Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It is Tuesday. It is December 15th, and it is 8 p.m. So we are going to play 3 rounds of Old School Magic. So I appreciate everybody joining the stream. If you have not followed, please make sure you do so. You can join me each and every week for my regular scheduled stream right here, right now, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night Gauntlet. If you want information on the Tuesday night Gauntlet, Paladin Magic that we play on Tuesdays, the Northern Paladins, or even Alpha 40, you can go to northernpaladins.com and get some info there. So, without further ado, today we are playing Dead Guy Ale. Dead Guy Ale is a black and white deck that is based around card advantage, and you want to hit your opponent where you can and get as much card advantage as you can with as many cards as you can, and then stick a threat and ride it to victory. So you'll see in that second row that it looks like it's a blue card. That is actually a misprinted Sarah Angel. It is a Spanish Sarah Angel with the artwork and frame of a time elemental. So for cards with card advantage, we've got Moat, which gives you virtual card advantage for any creatures that they have either in play or that they could draw that don't have flying. Moat means non-flying creatures can attack. Land tax is card advantage because of the fact that if you are behind on lands, you go searching for 3 lands. So not only does it give you 3 basic lands out of your deck, it thins your deck and makes, in theory, that your draws will be better moving forward. Balance could end up being a card advantage card because of the fact that you can equalize creatures, you can equalize lands, you can equalize cards in hand, or even all 3 all at once. Another card advantage card is Hymn to Turok because it's automatically a 2-for-1. Armageddon can end up being a card advantage card because of the fact that you get rid of cards that are on the battlefield when you have a threat, get rid of their lands, and then you swing for the win. If they can't play their cards, then it doesn't matter how many cards they have in their hand. Hypnotic Specter can end up being card advantage as well because of the fact that if it hits once, makes them discard a card at random, and then if they do decide to deal with the Hypnotic Specter at some point in time, it's already been a 1-for-1, and it becomes a 2-for-1 when they spend a removal spell on it. So, out of the sideboard, we've got 2 copies of City in a Bottle, 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt, 2 copies of Sinkhole, 3 copies of Ivory Tower, 1 copy of Maze of Ith, 1 copy of Jayemdae Tome, a 4th copy of Swords to Plowshares, a 4th copy of Disenchant, and my Artist Proof Divine Offering, and then Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust. Both Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust are also 2-for-1s. Ashes to Ashes You exile 2 non-artifact creatures from the game, and but you lose 5 life. Dust to Dust exiles 2 artifacts from the game. So we may be asking about my Mazavith. I won first place at Top Deck Games in August of 2019. Oh, so many years ago. It seems like a decade ago. I've had this card. It was signed by everybody who played in the event. So I finally decided to start playing it on stream. So that is the deck. Those are the cards. I hope everybody enjoys the stream tonight. We're still waiting on our pairings. It does look like we have about 15, maybe more players so far. So we don't have pairings yet. So that's all right. If you want to get in touch with me, feel free to reach out. richtwitchstream@gmail.com. New pairing received. You can send me something via snail mail at 5701 East Circle Drive, Suite 108, number 256, Cicero, New York 13039. All right, so we've got our new pairing. So let us see against whom we are playing. All right, I am going to be playing against Parker. All right, so I will send a message to Parker and give him the link so that he can join me. And speak of the devil, there he is. So, hey, how's it going?
Yo.
So we're streaming live on Twitch tonight.
Great.
Caffeinated in chat says happy Tuesday. Yes, it is a happy Tuesday indeed. Caffeinated decided not to play today because he wants to play video games instead. So he might be popping in and out of chat.
Let me go try and find my phone really fast.
Okay.
Be right back.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Outing you like that is rude, Caffeinated? Yeah. I mean, I could bash him for not using his Oxford comma earlier today. But alrighty. Sporting some new sleeves today. I ran the Chun-Li sleeves, the Street Fighter sleeves that I had. I'd gone through a bunch of them, several packages of them. They were starting to get pretty gunked up, so I decided it was time to replace them. I ended up getting these today. Dragon Shield Carnage from the Art series. So let's see how these go. All right, you got your mic off, Parker.
Yep. Sorry, I'm rustling around.
No, you're fine. You want to choose even or odd?
Odd.
Odd. Okay. It is odd. It is a 5.
So, play first.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Throw this one back.
I will also throw this one back. Caffeinated says he's having a glass of wine, playing video games, and still not using an Oxford comma. So, here's what it is. I am drinking a nice Merlot today on stream. So, cheers to everybody else who is having a bit of an adult beverage, nice refreshments during the stream. I probably should be drinking beer, but that's all right. I'll keep this. We'll put that one down at the bottom.
Yep. I'll keep this one. I'll put. That one down.
Okay. Go right ahead. Do your worst.
Soul Ring.
Okay.
I'll pass. Also, if glare becomes an issue, let me know.
Sure. All right. Draw. Planes, go.
Draw. City of Brass.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
All right. Draw. Scrubland, go ahead.
Islands. Play Blood Moon?
Blood Moon. Sure.
And I'll play a Lotus and pass.
Okay. Draw. I guess that's a good one to draw with a Blood Moon on the table, huh? 9 tax.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sorry, hold on. I'm thinking. You have how many cards in hand?
6.
I'm gonna sack for blue and mana drain that.
Sure.
You take 1 damage.
Okay.
For burn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Untap. Draw. And then I have
One color.
floating. Mountain. Shit. I'll burn for 2.
You mean
Pass.
for 1?
Oh, 1, sorry. Yep, 1. Pass.
All right. 18. Untap. Draw. Swamp. Dark Ritual. Underworld Dreams.
Yeah.
And
Result.
you can go.
Draw step.
Yep.
Take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Serendib.
Sure.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Planes. Go ahead.
Keep take a damage.
Yep. Then
Draw step.
1 during your draw, down to 15.
Declare attack.
Sure. Take 3. All right, 17.
Play happen.
Yep.
Pass.
Draw. Cards in hand.
2.
Swamp. Hymn to Torok.
In response, I'll lightning bolt you.
Okay. 14.
You got Serendib Degen.
Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Upkeep 1.
Go
Draw step
14,
1.
13.
Declare tap.
Sure. 11.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Sarah Angel.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Tap. Upkeep 1. Draw step 1.
All right. Brings you to 11. 11 apiece.
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna wheel.
Okay. I will discard an Armageddon and 2 lands.
Alright. I will take 7 damage, taking me to 4.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play a Jet. Play Pearl. Cards in hand?
7.
7. Okay. I will play another Sarah Angel.
Yep.
I will attack with the other one.
Blocking the hell out of it.
Sure. And I will say go.
Untap. Upkeep, no effects. Draw step, take 1.
Go to
3. Islands. I'll just go ahead and scoop them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got here for a sideboard.
I'll play first.
Okay. Fix this. Sorry, everybody. Alrighty. Good luck, sir.
You as well.
Thank you.
I'll keep.
I will keep.
Mechanic, pass.
Right. Draw. Swamp, Ivory Tower. Go ahead.
Yep. Pass.
Untap. 6 cards. I gain 2. 22. Draw. Mox Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Land tax.
Yeah.
Go.
End of turn. I'll ancestral myself.
Sure.
Untap. Draw. Mountain. Lotus. I'll go ahead and sack this
Okay.
blue. Do Chaos Orb,
Sure.
and with the extra blue, I'll activate it on your Ivory Tower.
Okay.
I get a better. I haven't had any practice flips today. All right.
Okay.
And I'll play Serendib.
Sure.
Pass.
All right. Untap.
Yep.
Upkeep. Trigger.
Bracket. Yep.
We'll go 1, 2, 3. Oops. Dropped one. Ugh. It's the trouble with new sleeves. Okay. I'll draw. I will play a Plains. Dark Ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Use 2 for a Hymn to Torok.
Yep. Five cards, so
5 cards. You can throw away the 2 on the ends. 1 on each end. Yep.
Twister and Brain Geyser.
Seems good. Okay. So with the black that I've got floating, tap the Plains, City in a Bottle.
Yeah.
And you can go.
Seems good. Play a Mountain.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Trigger the land tax. Plains. Swamp. Swamp. Cards in your hand?
3.
Yeah. Chat right now. Old School Guard says, "Did Rich just play a hymn?" Yes, yes. I might complain about the card, but it doesn't make it any. It doesn't make it a worse card. Draw for turn. 9 cards. Ivory Tower.
Cards in hand?
8.
I'm going to counterspell that.
Sure. And I will play a Plains. And I will say go. 7 cards.
Island, pass.
Alright, untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 lands. I will trigger the land tax. Plains. Plains. Swamp. Tony, did you fall over in your chair? Is that why I owe you a new chair now? I will draw for turn. I'm gonna cast an Armageddon.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will play a swamp. And I will move to my end step. I'll discard 2 swamps.
Oh.
7 cards. Go ahead.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Cards in hand.
1.
Swamp. Disenchant your marks. Go ahead.
Pass.
All right. One moment. I'm gonna pour me a new glass of wine. Untap. Draw. You have 2 cards.
Correct.
Hypnotic.
In response, lightning bolt you.
Sure. I'm at 19. And I will play a planes, and I will say go.
Draw. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Planes. Sarah Angel.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
16.
Sing your vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Armageddon.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and all right.
Well, thank you
Got
for
it.
the game, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And good luck with the rest of the evening. Well, we got their chat. We ended up winning that one 2-0. So, yeah, that's... let's take a look at what we are running today. So this is our Dead Guy Ale deck for today. Dead Guy Ale. The deck term Dead Guy Ale was termed. It was created by Chris Pakula back in 2005 for the Grand Prix in Philadelphia. 2005 was the very first Legacy Grand Prix. So the deck idea, not only was it black and white, but it's based around as many card advantage cards as possible. Hence the reason it translates well into old school Magic with a decent number of card advantage cards in the format. So as you can see, I've got some cards that create some card advantage. So things like Hypnotic is an automatic 2-for-1. Moat, it can end up making it virtual card advantage because anything that the opponent plays that doesn't have flying or anything they have in their hand or anything that's already on the battlefield that doesn't have flying can attack, so it ends up being some virtual card advantage there. Land tax is card advantage in and of itself. If you are behind on lands, you go search for 3 of them. If thins your deck, it gets you lands out of your deck as well. Armageddon can end up being an X for 1. It can end up being just to win you the game if you have a threat on the table there. Balance is just overly powerful. It is super duper ridiculous. So hence the reason that since I'm playing white, balance is in the deck. And then our sideboard, again, create more card advantage with the cities. 2 copies of City in a Bottle makes it so that the opponents, first of all, it gets rid of all Arabian Nights cards, and then more Arabian Nights cards can't be played, so they have to spend a removal spell on it, generally, in order to do some things. It buys you some time as well. So quite often, City in a Bottle will blow up some kind of Arabian Nights permanent, whether it be a Serendip Efreet or Cities of Brass or whatnot. In the lower right hand corner, you see I've got Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust. Both of those are also 2-for-1s in and of themselves. Ashes to Ashes exiles 2 non-artifact creatures from the game, and Dust to Dust exiles 2 artifacts from the game. Fourth copy of Swords of Plowshares, fourth copy of Disenchant, one copy of Divine Offering, three copies of Land Tax with, three copies of Ivory Tower. And with Land Tax, Ivory Tower ends up being quite a behemoth, hence the reason my opponent didn't want them. He was playing red and blue, which is a fairly aggressive deck that wants to do a lot of damage. Ivory Tower with Land Tax especially means that I can end up gaining lots of life and getting games too far out of reach. Tormod's Crypt against any kind of deck that uses the graveyard whatsoever, and it's not even terrible against decks that just use Time Twister. Maze of Ith can end up being kind of like card advantage because of the fact that you just untap a creature that attacks and makes it so that it doesn't do anything. So it just buys you time. Ivory Towers and Mazes of Ith buy you time so that you can do your thing. Sinkholes in case I have to deal with problematic lands and I don't want to wait for an Armageddon. And then one copy of Jayemdae Tome if I feel that I'm playing against a deck where I need to draw more cards and that the games might be a little bit more grindy, then Jayemdae Tome is going to come in. I actually did sideboard it in that game. So back to the main deck. Yes, I was very fortunate to draw both copies of Armageddon. But I mean, I thinned my deck out. He prioritized getting rid of the Ivory Towers, which isn't wrong, but the land taxes were just huge because I got the lands, was able to Armageddon safely and reestablish, and then I was able to cast big things and make some things happen that were good for me. So that's awesome. Armageddon is brutal. Brainwash would be good tax in this too with it. Yeah. Brainwash wouldn't be terrible. Maybe that's something I could consider for something else. Paralyze also as well because Armageddon with Paralyze is pretty good because they can't untap if you don't have 4 mana, right? All right, so this is my regularly scheduled stream, everybody. You join me each week for my regularly scheduled stream at Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night Gauntlet. So please don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications. And if you have Amazon Prime, link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime, and please send me your Twitch Prime sub. Send it my way. For more information on the Northern Paladins, Paladin Magic, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, or even Alpha 40, you can go to northernpaladins.com. If you want to reach out to me, feel free. You can get in touch with me at richtwitchstream@gmail.com, or you can send me something via snail mail at 5701 East Circle Drive, Suite 108, number 256, Cicero, New York, 13039. So people were asking earlier about ways that they can contribute and possibly have me play their stuff on stream. So deck submissions cost 500 bits. So you donate 500 bits to the stream and you can either build a deck for me and I will suggest some edits and whatnot. I will build around cards, build around your idea with cards that I already own, or I will play your cards. You will have to mail them to me, sign a waiver, and include return postage. The conversation came up today again about Enchantress. I do not own, nor do I plan on ever owning Enchantresses. So if somebody wants me to build an Enchantress deck and play it on stream, they will have to donate to the stream and send me their Enchantresses to play on the stream. If somebody needs a specific day for their deck to be played or their cards to be played, you can add another 200 bits to your donation. So 500 bits is basically $5. So 200 bits is $2 or whatnot. Subscribers to the stream. If you gift a sub to somebody else, I will send you an Old School Magic card. And if you would like it sealed, I will sign it. For Tier 2 and Tier 3 subs, if you subscribe or if you gift a sub at Tier 2 or Tier 3, I will mail you an Old School Magic Rare signed by me if you so choose. Tier 2 subs, you get half off deck submissions or play arounds that were just on the previous screen. Tier 3 subs, a deck submission or play around is included. So One more look at today's deck before I go on a break. This is Dead Guy Ale, black and white, based on card advantage. We did okay in that first round, hoping that we can continue. So, appreciate everybody sticking around. We've got 2 more rounds of old school Magic coming up. So, stay there. Don't touch that dial, and I will be back soon. I am back. Thanks everybody for sticking around. It looks like there's still plenty of time left in this round. Let's see, there's 12 minutes left in the round, so we've got plenty of time before I start playing again. So I appreciate everybody who has stopped by tonight You can join me each week for my regularly scheduled stream every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night Gauntlet. So please don't forget to follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you have a Twitch Prime sub and you haven't used it, you can use it once each month. Please consider sending it my way. It would help support the stream immensely. If you want some more information regarding Paladin Magic, the Northern Paladins, the Tuesday Night Gauntlets, or even the Alpha 40 League, feel free to go to northernpaladins.com. Now, Paladin Magic, we basically start with the Eternal Central rules, and then you subtract Mind Twist, Library of Alexandria, and Strip Mine, and then restrict Factory, Shop, Tabernacle, and Maze of Eth. Here's looking at what we got going on today. Hey, how's it going? I'm glad you can make it. So, Dead Guy Ale. Alright, Dead Guy Ale was the name of a legacy deck back in 2005 that Chris Bakula played in the first ever Legacy Grand Prix in Philadelphia, New York. He piloted it to a second place finish. It was black and white and based around the concept of a mid-range card advantage deck. So that translates well into old school. So Dead Guy Ale here means that it's going to be a lot of different types of card advantage. So you got Hymn to Torok, which is automatically a 2-for-1. Land tax can end up being a 3-for-1, a 6-for-1, or even a 9-for-1, or whatnot. Balance is just absolutely ridiculous. It can end up being a Wrath of God. It can end up being an Armageddon. It can end up being a Mind Twist. Moat ends up being an X for 1 or X for 0, or just gives you virtual card advantage when the opponents can't attack, or any creatures that they have don't have flying. Armageddon can end up being an X for 1. You get rid of all the lands, especially when you have land tax on the table. You can do exactly what I did in that second game, search lands out of your deck, and then cast Armageddon safely, and know that you can play more lands. Caffeinated said, it's going great except for that one hymn that doesn't match. That is my set of hymns. I might eventually get other hymns, but that's going to change at some point in time. But low priority at that point. So anyway, so with more card advantage, obviously, Hypnotic Specter. If it hits once, then it ends up becoming a card advantage because of the fact it hits once, they discard a card at random, and then they have to use something to get rid of it. And then some beastly creatures with 3 Sarah Angels and 2 copies of Sengir Vampire. Underworld Dreams is pretty difficult for people to deal with. Enchantments in general are difficult for people to deal with if they are not playing white. If they're playing green, they can use Tranquility, they can use Chaos Orb, obviously, and Nevernear's Disc. But those are your 4 options in Old School Magic pretty much to deal with enchantments. So, I mean, there are some other niche things that people don't really play, but... so who has the space to lay out all that to take a photo? Okay, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So what I do is to take my deck photos every single week. I take I've got a big piece of plywood that I hold down in the basement. It looks really nice. I bring that up out of the basement and I set it up on 2 TV tray tables in front of the television in my living room. Then I have my laptop hooked up to that television, and I turn hook up. Just come up with like Google or anything with a white screen. So we got the white screen that shines down on. So yellowish colored lights from the room don't make it all that harsh. So I spread out my deck. I take the picture. Then I put the deck back together. I put the tray tables away and put the piece of plywood back down in the basement. And there you go. All right. So. Rich has a table somewhere in his house with his professional, soft, and diffused lighting style. Well, I mean, I could do it here on the table where I play Magic, but everything that is that you see. That, you know, I'm just like most people. I do have the habit of not putting things away and making maybe a little bit of a mess. So if I were to turn the camera around, you'll see that I've got some deck boxes. I've got obviously the computer keyboard. I've got some notebooks. I've got some markers. I've got some regular just books. I've got all kinds of things on on my play area. Uh, so I could do it there. I used to go outside and take my deck photos out on the picnic table. And if you look at some of my earlier videos, you can actually see that you can tell that the deck picture was taken on the picnic table. But it's December in Syracuse, New York. So yeah, going outside to take pictures of a deck on the picnic table, yeah, it's not the greatest idea. Demon Jedi, friend of the stream, thank you very much for the renewing that sub. Everybody, if you have not yet done so, I think you need to check out my friend Demon Jedi. You see right up above me on the right hand side here, sorry, on my left, see right up here. It is a clip from Demon's stream. You can click the link that is in chat right now, and you can follow him. He plays a lot of Apex, Black Ops, Call of Duty, things like that, first-person shooters. So, yeah, go ahead and follow him. And he streams mostly on the weekends. He's a truck driver, so he does have a weird schedule sometimes. And unfortunately, he does not have the office hours that most of us have. But he does try to stream on Fridays and Saturdays, and sometimes on Sundays as well. So, Demon Jedi, thank you very much for that. Fun fact, Rich has thousands of dollars invested in MTG and twice that into professional DSLR cameras and studio light. Incorrect. So the job that I used to have where I was a photographer, I did not use my own equipment on that. And thanks for the sub, and thanks for the bits. So when it comes to taking my pictures, here's what I do. Here we go, my iPhone. That's it. I just take my pictures with my iPhone. That's all. So yeah, when I had my my job as a photographer, I used somebody else's equipment. I learned a lot before that, though. I've actually done photography for a couple of weddings. I actually took better pictures at one wedding than the professional photographer did, and my pictures ended up getting used for the memories as opposed to the professional photographer stuff. So. Don't ruin a good story with the facts. Yeah, definitely so. So anyway, yeah, I had a job. I used their equipment and whatnot. I don't have that job anymore, but I do take my pictures with my phone. I have a nice iPhone 10R that has a great camera. But I also have a 7-year-old son, so I want to make sure that I can take as many pictures as I can of him, and you know. Because what parent doesn't want to take pictures of their kid, you know? So, all right. So again, another look at today's deck. Let's take a look at the sideboard. Yeah. See, so there's some glare in this picture here, and the reason there's glare in this picture is because it was not taken out in the living room. It was taken someplace else. So, but 2 copies of City in a Bottle, 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt, 2 copies of Sinkhole, 3 copies of Ivory Tower, 1 copy of Maze of Ith, 1 copy of JMD Tome, a 4th copy of Swords of Plowshares and a 4th Disenchant, 1 copy of Divine Offering, and then 1 copy each of Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust. Yeah, so as the nights are getting longer and starting earlier, it means that the lighting changes obviously as well in here. So in my game room. So that means that I do have to worry a little bit about that. I think I need to get a new shade for the light that is up here. It is not directly in front of me. It's actually about 8 feet from me, but it does put on a heck of a lot of light. There's a light over on this side here. Now the light on this side points straight upwards. It is in a cone and points upwards so that it does illuminate the room, but it does not shine directly on my play area. And if you look over over my shoulder here, you can see the reflection on the map of the light that is actually up here. And you can see that it is elevated and it is pretty far away. You can see the reflection on the map behind me. For those who are not aware, that map is of the overworld of the original Final Fantasy for NES, the original Nintendo. So, for more information on the Northern Paladins or Paladin Magic that we play on Tuesday night, information on the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, feel free to go over to northernpaladins.com. Also, you will see there information on Alpha 40. I do stream the Alpha 40 finals each month. If you did not catch those, I definitely suggest that you take a look at that. Alpha 40 is definitely a fun format to watch, and it can be super expensive to get into because you can only use alpha cards. But if it's a different scene than old school in general. Again, this is today's deck, Dead Guy Ale. If you want to get in touch with me, feel free. You can reach out to me via email at richtwitchstream@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me via snail mail at 5701 East Circle Drive, Suite 108, number 256, Cicero, New York, 13039. If you want me to play your deck on stream, feel free to get in touch with me, and we can make those arrangements. A donation of 500 bits to the stream, and I will build a deck. You can build a deck, and I will play your deck on stream. I will suggest some edits, do some assisting with that. We will make some changes and make sure that we come to something, some sort of agreement, so that both of us can play. Both of us can be happy with the deck that we play on stream. I will also do a build around if you suggest a card or cards or an idea, something along those lines. I will build a deck around your idea. Another thing is you can donate 500 bits to the stream, and I will play your cards. You will have to fill out a waiver that indemnifies me. Basically makes it so that I am not liable for any damage that does occur to your cards, either while they are in my possession or while they are in transit, and you will have to take care of return postage. That is for somebody who wants me to play a deck for cards that I do not own, do not intend to own, or that are a little bit out of my price range for right now. I have been out of work for 8 months, so when it comes to buying Magic cards, things are on the down low. So the big example that I give is Argothian Enchantress. Verduran Enchantress, right? Well, anyway, the Enchantress deck. I do not plan on ever playing an Enchantress deck. I do not plan on owning Enchantresses, so that if somebody wanted me to play an Enchantress deck, they would have to donate to the stream and mail them to me, and I would play their list. For additional 200 bits, that's a $2 donation to the stream. I will play your deck or cards on a specific date that you choose, and you can add that to any of the above. Stream subs. If you gift a sub to somebody else, I will send you the giftor, an old school Magic card signed by me if you so choose. You just DM me your mailing information. If you subscribe to the stream with either a tier 2 or a tier 3 sub, or if you gift a tier 2 or tier 3 sub to somebody else, I will send you an old school Magic rare signed by me if you so choose. And then for tier 2, you get half off the deck submissions or play arounds that I just talked about. For tier 3, you get a deck submission or play around included with that. So the round has ended, so let's take a look to see how many people are still playing. It looks like there are a couple of matches still going, so we do have some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another quick break. You guys, please stick around. There's more Old School Magic coming up. We've got 2 more rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So stick around, please. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate everybody sticking around. Obviously, with the tournament that's going on live, you don't have any kind of control over who does what and how long they are playing. So we've got to take the good with the bad. Sometimes there is a wait in between rounds, and it looks like there is still one more match playing between Patrick and Matt. So that should be finishing up here pretty soon. So let's take a look at the deck that we are running today. Today's deck is Dead Guy Ale. Dead Guy Ale is the name given to a lot of black and white decks, especially decks that use the concept of card advantage in a control style. Yes, this is 61 cards. Just so you are all aware that Chaos Orb is the 61st card. So when it comes to card advantage, what do we mean when it comes to card advantage? Well, Hymn to Torok, they discard 2 cards at random, and it costs you just the 1 card in order to do it. So that is 2 for 1. That is a card advantage card. All right. Moat is a card advantage card because that gives you virtual card advantage because non-flying creatures can attack. So any number of non-flying creatures that your opponent has either in hand or in play or in their deck end up being kind of poor. Land tax is a card advantage card. If you play it when you are behind on land, you end up searching your library during your upkeep for 3 basic lands. Now, as you see down in the bottom, I have 13 basic lands, so I can activate that safely at least 4 times. So I get 3 cards, so that's 3 for 1, and then that increases the card quality of the rest of the deck, meaning I'm less likely to draw lands. Balance equalizes the number of cards in hand, the number of lands on the table, and the number of creatures. So again, that can end up being a card advantage card. Armageddon can end up being a card advantage card. You play Armageddon when you have Sarah Angel or a Sengir Vampire on the table, and if they can't play their spells, then it gives you virtual card advantage. Another thing is that you can use Armageddon in conjunction with the land taxes to build up lands in your hand, cast an Armageddon, make it so that you get to play your spells, but they don't get to play theirs. Another card advantage card is Hypnotic Specter there. It's a 2/2 flyer for 3. If it deals damage to the opponent, they have to discard a card at random. So if it hits once, then it becomes card advantage because if they spend another card to deal with it, it becomes a 2 for 1. Alright, and let's take a look at the sideboard. So, another card that spews card advantage is City in a Bottle. City in a Bottle enters the battlefield. Everybody who has an Arabian Nights card in play sacrifices all of their Arabian Nights cards. No further Arabian Nights cards can be played, so it can end up being a virtual card advantage card because A, it can end up getting rid of things like Serendib, Afreet, and Cities of Brass, and B, it can end up making it so they can't play them. Tormod's Crypt gets rid of graveyards. Sinkholes, 1 for 1, gets rid of problematic lands. Ivory Towers gain life and work extremely well during my upkeep with land tax. Maze of Ith creates a virtual card advantage because that means that a single creature can't get through because I can just remove it from combat. Jamday Tome can end up drawing me extra cards. Swords of Plowshares and Disenchants, just a 4th copy of each to complement the copies number 3 that is in the deck. Divine Offering deals with artifacts and gains me some life. Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust are 2 for 1s inherently. Ashes to Ashes exiles 2 non-artifact creatures. Dust to Dust exiles 2 artifacts. So we have a pairing for the next round. So let us take a look and see. I am playing against Ryan Rudolph. So let's send a message to Ryan and we will we will see if we get him in here. So we go. I have sent him a message, and he should be joining us here pretty soon. So thanks everybody for sticking around. We do have 2 more rounds of Magic going, so join me each week for my regularly scheduled stream, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night Gauntlet. So please don't forget to follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And we have our opponent. So,
Alright,
hey Ryan, how you doing?
pretty good. How are you?
Not bad at all. We are streaming once again. So who did you play against first round?
What's that?
Who did you play against in the first round?
I played Michael.
Oh, okay.
Pulled it out 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Had to mount a furious comeback.
Oh, Angelo. You played Angelo. Okay. He goes by his middle name, Angelo.
Yeah.
So, all right. Mounting a furious comeback is not a bad thing. Hey, a win's a win, right?
Win's a win.
Whether or not you started from behind and ended up winning, the W still ends up being a W. So.
Yeah, that's why I told him before the match. I said, the deck's powerful, but it's not good. So, we'll see how it goes down.
You want to choose even or odd?
Yeah, I'll take even.
Even?
Yeah.
Okay. Just okay. It is 5. It is odd.
Cool.
All right. So I will play first.
Okay.
Alrighty. Round number 2. Let's fight.
All right.
Good luck, sir.
Same to you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna feel this part. You go. You tell you right now.
I will keep this hand.
Six lands is too many lands.
Sometimes it is. Taking another sip of wine. I think I need to refill my glass before we get going.
Okay.
Are you keeping that one?
Yeah, I think I am. Bottom left.
Oh. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Scrubland. Go ahead.
Drop. Bayou. Ivory Tower. Go ahead.
Sure. How many cards are in your hand now? 6, right?
6.
Okay.
No, 5. I'm
5? Oh, yeah, because you want late. Okay.
yeah.
I will
You're
take
one back. Yeah.
All right. Swamp. Lotus. Crack Lotus for black. And play a Singer Vampire. And I will say go.
Sound good. All right.
So gain 1.
Total 21. Drop. Pass.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
Block.
Fog. Okay. All right. Hypnotic Specter. Go ahead.
Okay. Drop.
How many cards do you have? You had 5, so you should have
sorry,
gained
gained
1,
one.
right? Another
Bayou.
bite.
Pass.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 6.
Darkness.
Okay. Cards in your hand?
4.
4 cards. Okay. Go ahead.
Drop Cloud.
Sure.
Good.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 6.
Yeah, it's not really good.
Okay.
16.
All right. And you got to discard
2,
1 at random.
or 4.
Number 2 can go away.
Arborea.
Arborea. Ah, okay. I see. So I will play a Mox Pearl, and I will say go.
An Eternal Crumble Mox Pearl.
Sure.
Drop of Honey. Pass.
Drop of Honey. End step, I will disenchant the Drop of Honey.
Makes sense.
On tap. Draw. Cards in hand.
2.
Swamp. Attack for 6.
1 or 2?
We'll go with 2. Brings it down to 10.
Yeah.
COP red. Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Draw. Pass.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 6.
4.
And
1
discard the one closest to you.
Honorable Dreams.
Okay. And you can go.
Draw. Well, guess I'll play Chaos Orb and activate it.
Okay.
Flip on the Singer.
Yep.
Use the Ivory Tower.
Yep.
Oh, what? Miss.
What the heck was
Go
that?
ahead.
Holy cow. Draw. And attack.
Won this game to be over. Yeah, that was a rough keep. Should not have done that.
I kept me at bay for a few turns. But
Yeah.
alright, so let's go into our sideboard and see what kind of tricks that we have to deal with a Turbo Fog deck. I think we'll bring in that.
You also did play a first turn Sinker Vampire.
No, it was second turn, but yeah.
Pretty strong. Oh, it was second turn?
It was second turn, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We will do that. And we will get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. Okay.
I counted my cards before I started my last match at 59, and I just let Angelo. I said, "Name any card, and I'll put it in my deck."
Is
it was that circle.
That's why the COP red is in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I had to change some stuff to make it Paladins legal, and I just missed something, I guess.
I gotcha. Yeah, your deck could probably use more copies of Maze of Pith.
Yeah, I was only playing one in Swedish.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's kind of weirdly like mana intensive. You kind of need to keep up tempo when your mana drops.
Right.
Or else you're gonna screw yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming you're playing first.
Yeah.
All right. Best of luck, sir.
7. All right, I'll keep this.
I'll keep.
Bayou, Mox Jet, Compelling Line. Pass.
Okay. Draw 1. Draw 2. Swamp. Lotus. Hippie. Go ahead.
All right. Good. Draw 1. Draw 2. I guess we just gotta risk it. City Brass.
Sure.
Go to 19.
Play Underworld Dreams.
Okay.
Ah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I will draw and take 1. I will draw and take 2. Alright, so I'm at 18. I will play a Plains. I will attack you for 2.
Alright. Down to 17.
Discard 1 at random.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll go with number 3.
Damn it.
And then I will...
I think I'm just going to lose.
I'm going to disenchant the Underworld Dreams, and I'll say go.
Regardless of the dreams. Let's need that wheel. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Put Underground Sea.
Yep.
Take 1. Play Nova Tentacle.
Okay.
And pass.
Alright, untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. Scrubland. Spearlink.
Okay.
Attack you for 2.
14.
Alright, and I go back up to 20.
1, 2, or 3.
Number 3, please.
Ah, you're all gas today.
And you can go. How much does it cost to activate Nova Pentacle?
3.
3. Okay.
Draw 1. Draw 2.
Fascinating 83. It's going to depend on the deck. We'll talk a little bit more about it in between games.
Pass.
Alright, untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. Swamp. Mox Jet. I will attack.
I'll activate Nova Tentacle.
Yep. That just prevents the damage, right?
No, it deals it to a creature of your choice.
Oh, okay. So this deals damage to itself?
Yep.
Okay.
Two-handed.
So I still end up gaining the 2. That's the important thing. Okay. Alright. I'm at 22. And you can go.
Draw 1. Draw 2. Play Badlands. I'll play Royal Assassin.
Royal Assassin. Sure. All set?
Yep, got it.
Okay. I will draw 1. I will draw 2. And how many cards do you have? Casting a Pearl.
4.
4 cards. Okay. 7 cards in hand. Go ahead.
Alright. Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. play by you.
Sure.
Play another Howling Mine. Pass.
Okay. End step, I'm going to Swords of Royal Assassin.
Okay.
Gain you 1. 15. Untap. Alright, draw 1, 2, 3. I will play a Scrubland. And I will cast a JM Tome.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can go.
Into your turn, I'm going to crumble the tome.
I'll respond. I'm going to cast Dark Ritual to draw a card.
Sounds good.
Alright, it goes away. I gain 4, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm at 26.
Draw 1. Draw 2. Draw 3. And... Pass.
All set?
Yep.
Okay, untap. Draw 1, 2, 3. And how many cards do you have in your hand?
6.
6. That seems like too many. I'm going to cast Hymn to Torok.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, we'll go with 2 and 6.
These?
Yep. What do we got?
Darkness and Bayou.
Darkness and Bayou. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to cast a Dark Ritual into a Hypnotic Specter.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I will disenchant your Nova Pentacle.
Okay.
And you can go.
Alright. Draw 1. Draw 2.
Dark Force, thanks for joining the stream, man.
Okay. Play Lotus.
Yep.
And play Howling Mine.
Sure.
And pass.
Alright, untap. I will draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many cards do you have?
Wow. 5 of them.
You have 5? Okay.
Yeah.
I will play a Scrubland. I'm going to play a Tormod's Crypt.
Okay. Weird.
I'm going to exile 2 Howling Mines.
Alright. They are removed from the game.
I'm going to attack you with the hippie.
I'll cast Darkness.
Sure. And you have how many cards left?
4.
Okay. I'm going to cast a Chaos Orb.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate it.
I'm going to crumble it.
Okay. So I will gain 2.
Yep.
27. And I'm gonna crypt you now.
Okay.
And you can go.
Alright. Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2.
Magic Mike, yeah, the hippie is nice.
Pass.
Maze of Ith. Okay. All set?
Yep.
Alright, untap. Draw 1, draw 2. Okay. I will play my own Underworld Dreams.
Okay.
And then I will Demonic Tutor.
Okay.
play a swamp, and I'll play another Underworld Dreams.
Okay.
I will attack with a hippie.
Nice.
Yep. And I will say go.
Alright. So I'll draw 2, I'll take 4.
Yep.
1, draw 2. Oh boy. Alright. 2, 3, 4.
Arborea?
For Arborea.
Sure.
And I will pass to you.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. I will draw 1. 2. I will attack.
Mace.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will play a swamp, and I will say go.
Alright. Go to 7.
Yep.
Draw 1. Draw 2. I will play Underworld Dreams
Okay.
and pass.
Alrighty. I will draw 2 and go down to 25.
I think you're going to win this race.
I'm liking my odds, not gonna lie. Scrublands. Attack with a hippie.
Mace.
Yep. Sarah Angel.
Yep.
Misprinted Sarah Angel.
Okay.
And you can go.
Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2.
Take 4.
4. Down to 3.
Yep.
Play Ivory Tower.
Sure. How many cards do you have in your hand?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 cards in your hand. Okay.
Passed.
All set?
Yep.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. I will draw 2 and take 2. 1, 2, and I will take 2. I'm at 23.
Mm-hmm.
And you are at 3. I'll attack with everything.
No, fog.
Sure.
Or darkness, rather.
Darkness. 1, 2. I'm gonna play a City of Brass, and I will say, go ahead.
All right. So
6 cards. So you gain 2.
Gain 2, go 5.
Yep. And then you take
Draw
4 down to 1.
Draw 2, go
Mhm.
down to 1. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Not gonna lie, I'm still liking my odds.
And there were a lot of things I could have drawn that turn to help me out, but that was none of them. Shoot. Hmm. Let's see, is there anything I can do during my upkeep here?
You have how many cards now?
8.
8 cards. All right.
Yeah.
So discard down to 7. Play a fog effect down to 6. Gain 2 life brings you up to 3, but then you take 4.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you got everything on the table that you would want on the table.
Discard City of Brass. Go ahead.
Okay. You just, you don't like opposing copies of Underworld Dreams. I'm going to draw 2, take 2. Hypnotic.
Oh, that's a good. Alright, cool. Oh man, I could have drawn Crumble or Ancestral Recall or so many things.
You crumble your own thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, Chaos Orb.
Fascinating. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I got bored in. Oh yeah.
No tranquilities though?
What's that?
No tranquility?
No tranquility.
No tranquility. I wasn't sure if you were going to try to recur your stuff, hence the reason the Tormod script. You were splashing blue, so I assumed that you had, and since you're playing Underworld Dreams, I assumed that you had Twister. I believe I saw Time Twister in one of the games that I made you discard it. So
Definitely have Time Twister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not great, like I said.
Alrighty, sir. Well, thank you very much for the games. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You have a great night.
Yeah, I
and
just got Ivory Flowers so late in that game too. That was a real problem.
yeah. Good luck next round, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good night.
Yep, you too. Thanks. Take care. All right, everybody. We were the winnest when it came to that round. So we are now 2-0. And we are, let's take a look at today's deck. All right, this is the Dead Guy Ale deck that we are running today. So Dead Guy Ale is a moniker given to a lot of black and white decks, but it was initially Dead Guy Ale was a black and white deck that was piloted by Chris Pakula at the Grand Prix Philadelphia 2005. It was the first ever Legacy Grand Prix. So it was based on the concept of card advantage. So a lot of the cards in this deck generate card advantage if they stay on the table or when they are cast. So the purpose is to gain as much card advantage as possible and then grind out a win with things like Underworld Dreams or Sarah Angels, the Sega Vampires, or even the Hypnotic Specters. So how do we gain card advantage in this deck? Well, in the top row, first thing we'll look at is Moat. If we're playing against a creature deck, Moat stops all non-flying creatures from attacking, so that gives us a virtual card advantage because it basically makes every single non-flying creature in their deck a blank. It can sit on the battlefield, but it really can't do anything. It can sit in their hand, and it makes for terrible draws if for every time you draw a non-flying creature. Land tax is card advantage because of the fact that beginning my upkeep, if I have fewer lands than my opponent, I get to search for 3 basic lands, so that is pretty huge. The blue card, it's not blue, it's a misprinted Sarah Angel. It is the Spanish Sarah Angel with the Time Elemental art, just so you are aware. I don't normally play that one on stream, but I really felt like playing it today, so that's why it's in there. Balance is huge when it comes to card advantage because it can get rid of, equalizes the number of creatures, number of lands, and number of cards in hand. So it can end up being an Armageddon, it could be a Wrath of God, or it could end up being a Mind Twist. Hypnotic is a 2-for-1. They discard 2 cards at random for your 1 spell. Armageddon can end up getting rid of a lot of lands for 4 mana. Sometimes it'll end up being more lands for them that they have to get rid of as opposed to what I have to get rid of. Hypnotic Specter, all it has to do is hit once and it becomes card advantage because the first time that it hits and every subsequent time afterwards it deals damage. It makes it so that the opponent has to discard a card at random. So if it hits once and then they use a removal spell after it hits once, that means that it is a 2-for-1, the card they discarded, and the removal spell that they cast. With all of that, you have the finishers of the 3 Sarah Angels and the 2 copies of Singir Vampire. We also have a finisher in Underworld Dreams for playing against a deck like we played against last round, which stymies combat damage. Then we can Underworld Dreams so that they take damage every time they draw a card. So, out of our sideboard today, again, another huge card when it comes to card advantage is City in a Bottle. When it enters the battlefield, everybody who has a card on the battlefield that was originally printed in Arabian Nights sacrifices all cards they control from Arabian Nights, and then no more cards from Arabian Nights can be played. So again, it creates a virtual card advantage and can be a huge swingy card against cards like Serendib, Freight, or even Juzon Jim. Tormod's Crypt against any kind of recursion. I did board that in against the Turbo Fog deck because I assumed that he was going to try to bring his fog effects back. Fog effects are cards that prevent combat damage. Sinkhole is pinpoint to destroy a target land if I don't want to cast the Armageddons. Ivory Towers creates card advantage in the fact that I live longer, meaning I get to draw more cards. So. And Ivory Tower works extremely well with land tax. I put Ivory Tower on the stack and then land tax on the stack during my upkeep, and then I search with the with the land tax first, get my 3 lands, and then we count the cards in my hand, and Ivory Tower will let me gain the life. Maze of Ith can create some card advantage, so Maze of Ith can make it so that prevents the damage from one creature. Can you use proxies, or in this case, Artist Proof? Yes, Artist Proof, yes. The Divine Offering is an Artist Proof. In Paladin Magic, you can use proxies. So while I choose normally not to use proxies, it doesn't mean that I will not use proxies on my stream in the future. JMD Tome, 4 mana, and then 4 mana to use to tap and draw a card. Obviously, drawing cards is a big thing that you can use for card advantage. And then under that, Dust to Dust and Ashes to Ashes. Again, both cards are inherently 2-for-1s. Dust to Dust exiles 2 artifacts. Ashes to Ashes exiles 2 non-artifact creatures. As Simon alluded to, we have the Divine Offering, which is an Artist Proof, and then we have my 4th copy of Disenchant and my 4th copy of Swords to Plowshare. So, thanks, Simon, for coming in here. Just real quick shout out to Simon. If you have not followed Simon, then please do so. Simon is a friend of the stream, and then you can see right there a clip from his stream showing up right there above my shoulder, right here. So follow that link and you can follow Simon. For those who are into old school magic, Simon actually had a conversation with old school artist Jeff Menges on stream today. He's the one who did Divine Offering. So he's the one who made the artist proof that you saw in my sideboard. We have, let's see, I'm going to check to see how much time that we have left. We have a lot of time left. All right, there's 16 minutes left in the round. So I am going to take a quick break. Please, if you haven't already, don't forget to follow. Join me each week for my regularly scheduled stream, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night Gauntlet. If you want more information on Paladin Magic, the Tuesday night Gauntlet, or the Northern Paladins, or even Alpha 40, you can go to northernpaladins.com. And yes, proxies are allowed in Paladin Magic. So when it does the Old School Magic Summer Derby, Winter Derby is coming up here pretty soon. So that I don't have to switch cards from one deck to another, I'm probably going to start using proxies for a short period of time on this stream, on my Tuesday night stream, because of the fact that I am allowed to use proxies. So that I don't have to take apart my Winter Derby deck and then put it all back together each week when I put my decks together for Paladin Magic. So Again, another look at the deck that we are playing today, and I am going to take a quick break, and I'm going to see if I can arrange for a bonus match. So I will be back. You guys, please don't touch that dial. Stick around. One more magic to come, and even possibly some bonus magic. All right, welcome back, everybody. I arranged for a bonus match, so we are going to be playing some bonus magic tonight. But again, let's take a look at the deck that we are running today. This is Dead Guy Ale. So back, if you don't know your Magic history, back in 2005 in Philadelphia was the very first Grand Prix that was the format of Legacy, and Dead Guy Ale was pioneered by Chris Pikula. His team is called Dead Guy, and it consisted of Chris Pikula, David Price, and of John Finkel. And they came up with a deck that is black and white that is based around card advantage. So that is what we have today. So we are going to play some... We've got some bonus magic going on today. So say hello to Angelo, everybody.
Hello, Angelo, everybody! It's Tribal Night. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, Angelo. Today was Tribal Night. I did not play a tribal deck, but unless you want to consider, certain things going on. Oh, he's showing off the sweet ass playmat, the folio playmat of Mirror Universe. I am so jealous right now. So yeah, see, everybody in chat goes. Likes it when other people join the stream, but it seems like you guys in chat root for my opponent more than you ever root for me. So it is what it is. That's fine. That's part of it. I mean, it used to be that I would encourage people to tell me that I suck. So I can't be all that upset if people in chat root for my opponents more than they root for me.
So first off, hey Chad. Rich is one of the coolest dudes I've met in old school. He's a super awesome guy. He spent a bunch of time grinding out being a judge for a bunch of people who probably didn't deserve his attention in actual sanctioned Magic, but he gave it anyway because he's a community guy. Mm-hmm. So I respect that 1,000%. So yeah, no man, I'm rocking this is my only folio mat, and the story is, for anybody who hasn't heard it, I bought 6 packs of Legends on the day of release because my store that was local to me limited us to buying packs, and my 6th pack, I opened a Mirror Universe, and my mind was effing blown as a 14-year-old. So.
Implosion in chat says, I mean, I like you, Rich, but come on, it's Angelo. So.
No, guys. Like I have to say, I'm like an a-hole, but I'm your a-hole, okay? I'll go odd on that dice, please.
Yeah. All right. So we got even 4. Whoosh.
You got it.
All right. So I will play first. Good luck, sir.
Good luck to you, my man.
I love you too, Simon. I'm surprised you're up this late, man. It is really freaking late for you. Simon's overseas, everybody. So the fact that he is joining me on the stream tonight, I appreciate it quite a bit. I'm going to keep this hand.
Sounds good. I will keep as well.
Scrubland, Dark Ritual, Underworld Dreams, go.
Cool. I'll be at 19, and I'll put you on the black dice because of Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual and Underworld Dreams. I'll be at 19. Draw a card. I will play that guy and that guy.
Oh wow!
And this artisan, and I'll crack the Lotus for a ball lightning and hit you for 6.
Okay, I'll allow it. I will definitely take a ball lightning for 6.
Cool. Goblin Tribal, your go.
Okay, here we go. All right, so Goblin Artisan. What remind me? You tap him and you flip a coin, and if you win the flip, the artifact resolves. If you cast an artifact, if you lose the flip, oh wait,
It's
no. If
destroyed,
you win,
but I
you
also
draw a card. Yeah.
Yep.
If you win, you
have
draw a
exactly
card.
right.
You only
Yep.
use it when you cast an artifact. Okay.
You got it right.
Well, I will draw for turn. I will play a land, and I will play Dark Ritual into a Hypnotic Specter, and I will say go.
That card's good. Untap, draw a card to 18.
Woot!
I will play this here mountain. I will lightning bolt that hippie and hit you for 1 to 13.
Woot! Ugh. Okay. All set?
After that, I will pass to you.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Land tax. Go ahead.
That sounds good, since I'm never playing another land this entire game. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm going to let you go ahead and get your lands, because I need to play my Goblin King. Ugh. And swing for 2, put you at 11.
Woot! Alright.
You're
Untap.
good, man.
I will, on my upkeep, I will search for 3 lands. Swamp. Plains. So, funny story, when it comes to basic lands, before I even started playing old school, I had 2 alpha islands, one of each picture. And then I had 14 alpha planes that I bought for $1 a piece a long time ago. And I tried to get rid of them for $14 a piece. I made the deal, and the guy backed out because he had some sort of obligation or whatnot. So that deal fell through, and then a year later I started playing old school. So
Hell yeah.
draw for
I remember when $1 an alpha land was actually like really expensive to me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Hypnotic Specter again, and I will say go.
Untap. Cool. I will draw, and then I will swing for 2 and 2.
I'll take 4.
Okay, I got that.
I'm at
So
7.
Double Goblin Grenade you afterwards.
I am dead.
Whoop!
DED dead. Because I was winning on the next turn.
Yeah, I believe you. I was
Well,
like, if he
not-
doesn't
not
block,
really.
I think I have this. I had another king, but I didn't want to play it because it wasn't obviously as good. So you put you on the play again, but we have sideboards. Look at this. We always get a couple of games. And
Yeah.
I like that. 7 minutes left in the round, plus time, probably 12 minutes. We might even get a whole match in.
Yeah, we might get a full match in here. Okay, so let's take a look at the sideboard shenanigans. What do we got going on? What can we do with the sideboards?
I'm going to show chat.
All right, he
This
is
what I
Goblin Tribal. Goblin Tribal. So we will
These
do-
cards should really be main board, but they're not. So
Ugh. Main board. Ugh. You and you kids with these freaking Pokemon terms.
right. Main deck.
Yeah, main deck.
I know.
Okay, so these are coming in.
And again for chat, I don't like these on here.
Implosion in chat says, paying money for basic lands isn't something I thought I'd ever do, but here I am. Yeah, here we all are. So,
I mean, there's only 2 million of those alpha basics or something. So when you
Mhm.
think about it that way, there are 1% of 10. Is it 10% as many basic alpha lands as there are bitcoins? So there's that.
oh, look at that. Look at that. That math coming out. There's some knowledge coming out for you, chat.
So that should mean, technically, Alpha Basic lands will one day be worth $200,000. No, I'm just kidding. That's never gonna
Probably
happen.
not, but
not ever. Not ever. I mean, in my heart, they'll be worth that much, but not in reality. So. I probably should have left at least one Black Vice in, but I have little faith. Plucking 7, like a boss.
That's the first game I've lost tonight, by the way, just so you know.
Well, I mean, you didn't really lose it because this is just like for fun.
Yeah.
So.
Get the losing out of the way now. Maybe I can become a Gauntlet champion for the first time in 2 months.
Hell yeah! I mean, but you're not gunning for it so much, so you know. If you're really gunning for it, it's easier to do. I'm
not really. No, I disagree with that.
Well, I mean, the variants will still get you.
Oh yeah.
But like, if you're really trying, I think it's easier to do.
It's like the week that I played Aaron's deck. You know, I was like, I lost to bad variants, but you know, here's what it is. I will keep.
Keep.
Scrubland. Go ahead.
Draw a card. I will play Mountain, and I will play Goblins of the Flarg.
Goblins of the Flarg. All the mountain walks. All right.
Flargity, flarg, flarg, flarg.
Sure. All's that?
You go.
Draw. Swamp. Go ahead.
A swamp. I will play a Mishra's Factory.
Yep.
I will swing 1.
I will take it and I will like it. I'm at 19.
Play, another Goblins of the Flargity Flarg Flarg.
Sure.
And I will then pass to you.
Okay. Draw. Ivory Tower. 1,
Ivory Tower.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. I missed my land drop. That's savage. I will swing for dose.
Alright, I will take it. 17.
I will then play a Goblin Artisans and pass to you.
Okay. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will gain 2. 19.
You got it.
Draw. Lotus. Crack for white. Moat.
Sure.
Go ahead. 5 cards.
Untap. Draw a card. Hey, there's a Lotus. Yeah, I'll go ahead and crack that Lotus for Blood Moon, because why not?
Sure.
And I can't attack with my dudes. So, I will pass to you. It's your go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will gain 1. I'm at 20. Draw. Say go.
Yep, that makes sense. Yep, because there's a 2. Yep, perfect. Cool. Draw a card. Mountain. And I done. Your go.
6 cards. Upkeep. I'll gain 2.
22.
Draw. Go ahead.
Not in pass.
7 cards. I'll gain 3. 25.
You got it.
Draw. I will play Mountain and say go.
Okay, there's that. Chain lightning you.
Okay. I will take the 3 and I will send it back to your face.
I will send it back to you.
Okay. I'm at 19. And you're at 17?
Yeah, but you're going to be at 22 again, so I'll just leave it there and pass back to you.
Yeah, 20. Draw. 8 cards. Demonic Tutor.
That's good. Go for it. do set themselves time on these guys. So
3,
I'll
4,
be
5, 6, 7,
calling
8.
it for them.
Play planes and say go. 7 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw card. Sure. I'll play this Goblin King. That doesn't
Yep.
matter. And then I will
Round timer ended.
pass to you.
Alright, upkeep. I gain 3. 25.
You got it.
Draw. How many cards do you have in your hand, Angelo?
I have 4 cards.
4 cards. I will play Mountain and I will say go.
Sounds good. Untap. Draw a card. Oh, effing snap. I'm gonna give all my goblins flying if this guy resolves.
Yeah, yeah. Too bad this is an Alpha 40.
Right. So, I'm gonna... Right, yeah, no, it's yours.
You still don't have flying. Yep.
Oh, no. You're right, totally right. It's too bad. That's the funny thing is I haven't played this card outside of Alpha 40 for a while, so my brain was like, yes! Now it's your go.
Yep. All right. Upkeep 28. Draw.
He would have been so much better if that's what he did.
Chaos Orb.
Oh, yeah.
Cards in hand.
I have 4.
Balance. 1, 2, 6.
QO. I have 4 lands, you're 5. I lose all my creatures.
I will discard an Armageddon and 2 Cities of Brass.
Okay.
Wait, you have 4 cards? Oh, sorry. I only have to discard one City of Brass. 4 cards. Go ahead.
So you didn't discard Armageddon, or you did discard Armageddon?
I didn't discard a City of Brass.
City Brass, got it. Yep, that's passed to you. You go.
End step. Activate the Chaos Orb.
Okay, go ahead and choose card.
Will you use my moat to represent your blood moat? Hit.
Okay.
Untap. 4 cards. Draw. Land. I will take a point. 27. Sarah Angel.
Okay.
Go ahead. You need a goblin and a grenade.
Pass to you.
Untap. 3 cards. Draw. Spirit Link on the Sarah Angel.
Sounds good.
I will take a point. I am down to 26, and I think I win the game with this. Armageddon.
I mean, I can draw Mountain Goblin and still not die.
Yeah,
we
I'll
got
attack you
13.
for 4.
And you'll be at 30.
Yep. 13 to 30, and you can go.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Swing 4.
You got it, I'm at 9.
And I'm at 34. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, now I die. Good game.
How many matches do we still have out?
I think we have dose matches. Let's see. Nope.
The picture MTG Curiosities posted of the giant Chaos Orb. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Nope, everyone's reported, so
Okay,
have a
so
complete
to
round.
be continued. All right, so we will fight again at another time.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for the games.
All right. Thanks for the games. Take care, man. Bye.
Peace.
Whew. Well, we got one game loss out of the way with that, but looks like we're going to have another round here coming up soon. So here is the deck that we are playing today. This is our Dead Guy Ale deck. It's a deck based around black and white card advantage. Cards like Boat gives virtual card advantage because non-flying creatures can attack. And then land tax means that I get to get cards out of my deck. 3 basic lands each upkeep, as long as I have fewer lands on the battlefield than my opponent, so that grants us some card advantage there. And it increases the card quality of each of the cards that we draw on our draw steps. Balance is just absolutely ridiculous because it can end up as a Wrath of God, an Armageddon, or a Mind Twist, or even all 3 all in one shot. So, and then Armageddon can end up being card advantage because if the opponent cannot cast their spells, then at the end of the game with a bunch of stuff in their hand that they didn't do, that is card advantage. And then Hypnotic Specter, of course, can be card advantage because if it hits once, that is means we are at card parity. If they use a removal spell to deal with it, that means that it is card advantage because of the card they discarded and then the card that they used to get rid of it. So we have an opponent, and here we go. Maybe. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Rich. How is it going?
It is going very, very well. So how are things with you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doing fine.
How are things down south of the equator?
It's in summer, so it's very hot and sunny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And,
So
COVID is,
we're coming into winter now. So this is the
COVID
crappy
is
time of year
bouncing
for
back,
us.
and yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. That you are very, very, very cold.
So I was in the liquor store today getting my wine for tonight, and I thought about you because of the fact that I almost ended up picking up a bottle of Malbec, but I did end up going with a Merlot instead. And because of the fact that Argentina is known for the Malbec grapes
nice.
and whatnot, I did not get it. This one liquor store that I've never been to has a huge selection of Malbec wine. And like I said before, we have one liquor store that has 0, absolutely none. And then we had another one that has a few. But this one liquor store had a 4-foot section that is 6 feet tall, that all it is Malbec red wine. And I thought really long and hard about getting some, just on the off chance that I played against you. And I probably should have. Simon, good night. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining the stream, especially with how late it was. All right. So you want to choose even or odd?
Do you want to fish or cut or something?
We can do something like that. That's fine.
Even it's okay for me.
Okay. So we'll go 3-1. How do you want to do this?
No, I don't care. I don't care, Rich.
Okay. All right. So you can put the middle one on top.
No, it's okay for me. It's okay. I'm totally cool with that.
All right. And you said you'll pick even or odd?
And I will choose even.
Evens. Okay.
Yes.
It is even. It is a 6. All right. Best of luck, sir.
Okay. I will start. Best luck for you too. And I hope everyone in the chat have fun too. Okay. I will. And I will keep.
I'll keep as well.
Okay. Then I will start with tropical, and I will put a wild growth, and the tropical and custom to you.
Wild growth? Okay. I will draw. I will play a swamp, a dark ritual, into a hypnotic specter. And I will say go.
Okay. Good. And I will untap. I will draw a turn. I will play Sapphire. And I will pass turn to you.
Oh, okay. Untap. Draw. I will attack you for 2.
Okay. I will take 2, and I will take a card.
All right. Number 2.
One, this.
Yep.
This one.
Yep. And then number 2. Yep.
Okay.
What do we get?
It's regrowth.
Regrowth. Ooh, that's a good one to get.
Regrowth.
I will play a
Yes.
plains, and I will play a land tax, and I will say go. Land tax is usually better when my opponent plays
Okay.
lands,
I
chat.
will put nothing. I will draw a turn. And let's see. I will play a City of Grass.
Okay.
How many cards do you have in hand, Rich?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many cards do you have?
4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Let's make it spicy. I will tap 2 and 2. I will take 1 point. And I will go Eureka.
Eureka. Okay. Sure. Eureka resolves. I mean, I've got only a black mana open, so what am I gonna...
And I will start with. Okay, I will cast Rendezvous Gene.
Okay. I'll go with a swamp.
Not actually cast it, I will put it into play.
Yep, putting it into play. I'll put a swamp into play.
And I will put in play.
Ali from Cairo. Okay.
Ali from Cairo.
All right. I'll put into play a moat.
Yeah. Moat. Right. And nothing more for me.
Nothing more for you? All right. Nothing more for me either. All set?
Okay. You will resolve. And yeah, I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. How many cards do you have? 1? Now, Ali is a 0/1, correct? Okay. I will draw for my turn.
Ali is 0 and 1, yeah.
Okay. I will cast Hymn to Turok on you. Make you discard your card.
Oh, it's
Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Okay. I'm going to Swords to Plowshares your Ali.
yeah, very nice. Okay.
All right. And I've got 1 card, and I'm going to say go. So on your upkeep, you need to sacrifice a land.
Okay. I will have the City of Wrath
Sure.
sacrifice,
Yep. All right. Continue with your turn.
and then I will go to draw. I will attack.
I will take the 5. I am at 15. All set?
Okay. And no. Actually, I will. Yeah. Okay. I will pass turn you.
Passing the turn?
Yeah, passing the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
Okay. I will untap and I will sacrifice
So you take 3.
the island. I will take 3 points.
Yep, and then you sacrifice your Jin because you have no lance.
Yeah. I sacrifice the
Right, right. But then Serendip Jin says if at any point you control no lands, you have to sacrifice it as well. So you took the 3, you sacrificed the tropical island, taking you down to 15, and then Serendip Jin sees that you have no lands, and now you have to sacrifice the Jin as well.
Yeah. Okay. If I have no lands, sorry. If I thought this was.
Yep. I love that card, and I've played it before. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, I never played before. I just played tonight because it was a theme night, and I went all Gineka.
Makes sense.
And I draw, and I will pass turn to you.
Okay. I will draw. I will attack you for 2.
I will take 2, and
Yep.
you will take a card.
Discard the one on your right,
in my
please.
life I played Surrender June.
Discard the one on your right, please.
Which one you want?
The one on your right, please.
This one? Yeah, this is my right.
Yeah, discard the one on your right.
It's a Triskel.
Trike. Okay. And I'm going to disenchant your mocks.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And I will say go.
Very nice. Okay. I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will play an island, and I will pass turn to you.
Okay. I'm going to pour the rest of my wine into my glass real quick. I am going to post an emote of a glass of wine in my Twitch chat. All right. And then I will untap. And I will draw.
Okay.
I will attack you for 2.
Okay, I will take 2 at least. And then I will discard a Berserk.
Okay. Hey JD, thank you for joining the chat. For those of you who do not know, JD is also a streamer, so you can follow JD on the link that is provided in the chat right now, and you can see a clip of his stream right now going on. Okay, so let's see. What else do I want to do? I'm going to play a swamp, and I'm going to cast a demonic tutor.
Okay.
I will get this card and I will say go. Old School Guard, thank you very much for the sub, your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it, Tony. Take care, man. Thank you very, very much. Go ahead.
Okay. Upkeep nothing, I will draw. And I will pass turn to you.
Alright, untap. Upkeep nothing. Draw. Attack with a hippie.
I take 2 and start Eureka.
Okay. And then I will play triple black for an Underworld Dreams. And I will say go.
Okay.
So draw 1 and take 1. Bring me down to...
I am at 8. I don't know what you missed, but I am at 8.
Yeah, I missed the attack.
I'm at 8, now I am at 7.
Okay.
Okay. I am at 7 now.
Yep.
With a draw. I play a Ruby and plus 20.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Attack you for 2. Bring you to 5. I will play another
I
Underworld
have
Dreams.
no hand.
Play another Underworld Dreams, and I will say
Okay.
go.
Okay. You'll take 2. And I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. Attack for 2. Bring you to 1. Make you discard your card.
1. It's a Mahamori.
Okay. And I will pass, and then I win on your draw step.
Yeah, that's game.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Very, very nice.
So, chat, we have a Eureka deck, and his deck is really good and really fast, so I need to make sure that I go faster, and I need to be better. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think our answers lie with a bunch of cards out of our sideboard, honestly. So, let's see. 1, 2. That is a lot of cards that I'm sideboarding in, chat. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing, but we will see. 1, 2.
So this deck, being thematic, like the tribal thing for tonight that was optional, it's not as strong when it's not thematic. Because the creatures have very, very bad drawbacks with upkeeps. But it's fun to play. It's very fun to play.
Yeah, chat. The reason that I said I need to go faster than the Eureka deck, he's got the acceleration in his deck where he can play Eureka on turn 2, which is pretty difficult to deal with. But, you know, what are we going to do? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You must
7.
You must have some pretty good cards in your deck.
I do have pretty good cards in my deck.
Like
I have pretty good cards in the sideboard. I think I built the deck right, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't lost a game in the tournament yet. I did lose a game in between when I played a bonus game on the stream, but we'll see.
Oh. Okay.
So we will see what is going on
I
here.
want to win one.
Chat is going off with what I should draw for in order to deal with you, and they're talking about, you know, being able to play Swamp Lotus and 2 hymns on turn 1 and things like that. So yeah, that would be Magical Christmas Land, of course.
Hymns are very, very hard in the first turn.
Mm.
Very, very hard.
I have tipped over.
I need a very good starting hand.
Hey, Christmas is in a week, so maybe it'll come early. Yes, absolutely. Christmas is 10 days away, so we do have one more. We have one more stream before Christmas, so maybe next week will be Magical Christmas Land when it comes to the cards that I draw. So you're fine. Put 2 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume you're playing first, right?
Yeah, I will try. Yeah, I will play first. Good luck. And I will go. City of Brass and plus turn to you.
Okay, I will draw. I will go Plains, Soul Ring, Pearl, Chaos Orb. Go ahead.
Oh, Chaos Orb. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take 1 point and. I will
Oh, you're countering.
Yeah.
You're countering the Chaos Orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Artifact Blast. All right, chat. You don't see that very much, but he cast Artifact Blast. 1 red mana, counter target artifact spell. Absolutely ridiculous. I love it, and I have lots of respect for you for playing that card.
You know. You know, Rich, that I play almost 22 Aragon Knights cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I put 4 of them in the sideboard just because of the City in a Bottle.
Seeing a bottle. Yeah, I understand that.
That kills Storm deserves it. My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I will untap, draw for turn. I will play Tropical, and I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. So yeah, in old school Magic, when it comes to Chaos Orb, there's errata so that you can actually play the card. You choose 1 card, and if you activate Chaos Orb, if it's still on the battlefield, you choose 1 card and flip it from at least a foot. If it lands on that card, then that card goes away. So obviously in webcam games, you choose something else as a proxy for it. So like I would choose, like, say, my Soul Ring to act as his card or whatnot, and it would act as a representative of his card. I flipped the Chaos Orb, and if it landed on my Soul Ring, then it would get rid of whatever card that I was choosing of his. Okay, so I will draw. I will play Plains, and I will say go.
Okay, untap nothing, active nothing, I will draw for turn. I will play Tropical. I will play a Ruby. I will take 1 point.
Oh boy.
And I will cast Alice Cairo and pass to 2.
Alright, so that's the second point you've taken, right? So 18, Ollie from Cairo. Sure.
Yeah.
End step, I'm going to Swords the Ollie.
Okay.
Okay. And he's exiled. I will untap. I will draw. I will play my own City of Brass, and I will say go.
Okay, I will untap. I will draw for turn.
I have finished my bottle of wine for the day, so we definitely need some wine emotes in chat.
I will choose that. I will tap 1 green. I will play Wild Growth.
Wild Growth. Okay.
I will take another point.
Ooh.
And I will cast
Serendip Gin. Sure.
and pass turn 2.
Okay, I will draw. Alright. Not exactly what I was looking for, but that works. Mox Jack. And I will take a point down to 19. And wait. Yes, I will take a point down to 19, but I'm going to do something else. I'm going to cast Hymn to Torok, targeting you.
Oh no! Okay. berserk and 3 scaling.
Nice. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm glad that I did that.
Now I'm dead.
Berserk
Now
and
I'm dead.
Triskelion. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You should be.
The wine is
yeah.
clouding my judgment, and it took me a
now-
moment,
now I'm
but
going to
I
look
made
for
the
my
right
wine.
choice. Alright, so you're sacking the City of Brass.
Okay, I will sacrifice the city of Wrath.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no, the berserk. I know I'm going to lose my land. I will draw for turn.
Hmm.
Okay, I will attack the fun.
I will take 5 on at 14.
And you will
Berserk
take
it. Oh,
10
okay.
because I
All
draw
right,
the-
that's fine. I'm at 9. Nice draw. Okay, he berserks it. I take 10. I'm at 9.
Okay.
All right, and then the threat is off the table. All set?
Yeah,
All right, untap.
yeah.
Draw.
Plus 20.
All right, so scrublands. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, there's 5. Singer Vampire. Go ahead.
5. Singer vampire. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw for turn.
Yeah, double berserk would have been really
Got
good
one,
there.
two,
So
three,
I'm
four,
glad that I
five,
cast the
six.
him instead of casting the vampire. Because double berserk means I'm dead. But he draws the ancestral, so he
It
gets
would
the
have
extra
been very
cards.
good.
Let's see.
I will play a city of brass.
Hmm.
I will play 2. And I will try to cast a time walk.
Time walk. Okay. Go ahead.
Untap. Go to the time walk turn. Draw for turn. City of brass.
Yep.
I take 1. I take 2. And I will play the scaling.
Okay. Triskelion. Triskelion is good. You take 2, you're at 15. Okay. All set?
Yeah.
All right. Untap.
Yeah. Okay. I will drop 20.
I will draw. I will attack for 4.
I will take 4.
Puts you at 11. And I will play Hypnotic Specter. And I will say go.
Okay. I will attack. I will draw for turn. I will play a sword.
Soul Ring. Okay, that resolves.
And I will attack before.
I'll take it. I'm at 5.
Okay, you are at 5.
Yep.
And I will bust into you.
Okay, untap. I will draw. I'm going to attack you for 6.
I will take 6.
Okay. Sarah Angel. And I will say go.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I will attack. And draw a turn. Okay.
Is
so
another
I will-
trike?
I will
If it's another
play
trike, you
3
win.
And 3, and I. Yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay,
Oh yeah, I
let's
win
go to the
one.
next game. Let's go to the next game.
Nice. I win one.
Nice
Very
draw.
nice.
Okay. I was like, I figured that was it. That's all you needed was that trike. Okay, nice. Okay, let's go to the next game. That was pretty freaking sweet. I am not gonna lie. All right, let's take a look at something.
But once again, the cards that save me are not the thematic ones.
Yep. Whew. Windmill slam that trike for the win. Yes. Okay. We are good. That is pretty good. All right. Let's see what we can do here. All right. I am on the play. Let's get rid of this card here. Put this card in here. All right. And let's reset our life totals. All right, chat. We got a match going on here. It is 1-1. I am on the play. Whew. Such a good game.
That's a good one. I'm glad it's recorded.
All right, and I am out of wine, everybody, just so you know. So we have to play this game as intoxicated as I am right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Good luck, Rich. Let's have a
Yep,
good one.
good luck. I will keep this.
You will see. Okay, so we see. Okay, I will keep a call.
You're keeping?
Yes, I am keeping.
Okay. I will play a city, go down to 19, and cast a land tax and say go. I am at 19.
Okay. The top of turn.
There's a city.
I am taking a floor. And I am playing a wild growth. And
Wild growth on the city. All set?
I will drop 20.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm going to play a swamp. I'm going to take a point, and I am going to disenchant the wild growth. And I will say go.
The wild growth. Okay. Nice. Taking the speed out of me. I will drop a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast Emerald.
Yep.
And I will play another one. And I will cast in a Demonic Tutor.
Demonic Tutor. Sure.
This is it is a pro tutor.
That's pretty cool, though.
It's like a medieval art or something. I found it on the map. I will take one, and you can go.
Okay. How many cards do you have in your hand now?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one that I would want to 6.
6 cards. Okay. I will draw. I'm going to play a City of Brass. I'm going to take 2 down to 16. And I'm going to cast a Hypnotic Specter and say go.
Okay. I will attack. I will draw the turn. I will. How many cards do you have in play, Rich? How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 3 cards in my hand.
Okay, I will play.
Lotus?
Lotus.
Yep.
Attack the Lotus. For green.
Yep.
For green. Eureka.
Sure.
And Mahamud.
Moat.
Okay. Concordant Crossroads.
Concordant Crossroads. Nice. I got nothing.
Okay.
You can do anything else?
I will attack. The 5.
I will take 5. I'm at 11.
I will attack the 5.
What was that?
You already took 5. Sorry. I didn't
Yep.
see it.
I'm at 11.
I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw.
Yep. And I will pass turn to you.
Mox Pearl. Cards in hand.
3.
3 cards in hand. Alright, I'll attack you for 2. Brings you down to 16. Take the 1 in the middle.
Okay. 1 in the middle.
Yep.
Oh no!
The Berserk. Ah! Alright,
Berserk.
good at this game. Okay. And then I'm gonna cast a City in a Bottle. Do you have the Artifact Blast?
You
Really?
didn't do the artifact.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah!
Alright, so he's at 15. Okay, go ahead.
I took 1.
Yep, you're at 15. Go ahead.
I will untap. Yeah. I will draw for turn. This is going to be hard, Rich. I will attack for 5.
I will take it. Do you have Berserk?
But you're at 6, right?
I'm at 11. If I take the 5, I'll be at 6.
So it wouldn't matter.
I'm at 6.
Yeah, you take 5. You're at 6.
Yep.
And I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I will take 2.
Put you at 13.
And
Discard a card at random. Take the one on your right, please.
yeah. The one on my right,
Yep.
it's
a land.
Underworld 2.
Okay. All right. And then I'm going to allow you to gain 5 life. I'm going to Swords of Plowshares your Mama.
Okay. Mahamud.
Yep, he's exiled. And you can go.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Let me see if I have something interesting here. I will try to cast the regrowth.
All right, so you take a point.
Targeting the demonic tutor.
All right, regrowth targeting demonic tutor. That works. That's fine.
Point, yeah. 1 plus. Yeah.
Okay.
I played it. I played 1. Yeah, I played 1.
Draw.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but we'll see. I'll attack with a Hypnotic Specter, bring you down to 15. It will make you discard a card at random.
okay.
The one on your right.
Berserk.
Berserk. Okay, so you still have Demonic Tutor in your hand. I guess. I'm going to take a point. I'm down to 5. I'm going to make it harder. I'm going to Dust to Dust, exiling your Mox and my Mox.
Okay.
Make it harder for you to cast that tutor that's in your hand. And I will say go.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw for turn. I will take 1.
He gets it anyway. Okay.
I will,
Yeah, casting that Demonic Tutor. That's fine. Had to play the odds there, chat. Had to play the odds.
I will take 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast Sapphire and pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2. Bring it down to 12. And I will play a Swamp and I will say go.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw for turn. And I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Okay, 2.
Alright. Bring it down to 10. Discard your card.
It's Jim.
Serendip Jim. Okay.
Jim.
I will play Maze of Ith as my land for turn and I will say go.
Whoa. That's hard. Okay. I will draw for turn. And I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I take 2.
Discard a Eureka, bring you down to 8. And I will say go.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I will play land and pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a Scrubland. I'm going to take 2. I'm down to 3. I'm going to play a Sarah Angel, and I'm going to attack for 6.
Okay. I'm at 2.
And you can go.
Okay. This is the turn, right?
Yeah, this is pretty much it. So what do you got? Do your worst.
You have the Mythophyte. Yeah, you have the Mythophyte. I am dead.
Yeah?
Whatever I draw, I am dead.
Trike. Yeah, not enough mana to cast it. Woo! Wow. Wow, those were some good games,
enough
man.
mana to cast it.
Yeah, those were some excellent games.
Good games, Rich.
Wow. That was pretty cool.
Very, very good.
Got there.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very, very much.
Well,
Ooh.
I hope everyone had a good night.
You too, man.
And
Thank you for the
always a
games. I
pleasure.
appreciate it. Even chat's going wild right now about how good those games were.
Thank you too. Bye.
All right, take care, man. Bye.
I will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye. See you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Take care. Bye. Whew. Wow. So, we are a Gauntlet champion tonight. So, we went 3-0. Wow. Those were some excellent games. That is why we play Magic. That is why we play old school. It is because of games absolutely like that. This was a great night. All right, so let's take a look at the deck that we had. We played today. Today we played Dead Guy Ale. All right, it is a deck based around card advantage. And what we want to do with the deck is gain as much card advantage as we can early, and then make it basically crush our opponent under the advantage that we have so that we can win the games. Cards like Hymn to Torok is a 2-for-1 in and of itself. Hypnotic Specter is a 2-for-1 if it hits at least once, and in that game it hit a bunch of times. Moat causes card advantage in virtual card advantage because our opponents can attack with creatures that don't have flying. So that means that anything that they draw without flying is basically a dead card. And then the land tax is also card advantage because if I don't have as many lands as they have, that means that I get to go searching for lands out of my deck. Alright, so this is the sideboard that we ran today. So every card came in today. So we sideboarded in our 3 matches, every single one. That is not an elemental. Let's go back to it. That is actually a Spanish misprint of Sarah Angel. So that is my 3rd Sarah Angel in the deck. So that is not actually a time elemental. So, but every single card that we sideboard that we built in our sideboard today came in at least once. Now we did not cast the Divine Offering, but it is definitely it's nice that we felt the need to board in every single card that we had in our deck. So this is the deck that we ran today. This is Dead Guy Ale. Dead Guy Ale was a deck, a black and white deck that Chris Bakula ran in Grand Prix Philadelphia. He got 2nd place in 2005 at Grand Prix Philadelphia. It was the first Legacy Grand Prix. And the basis of the deck is as much card advantage as possible. It is a mid-range kind of control-y deck. So cards like Hymn to Torok are innately a 2-for-1 balance, and Moat can end up being card advantage. Armageddon can end up being card advantage, and so can the land tax. Hypnotic Specter is card advantage if it hits at least once, because they discard a card at random, and then they have to spend a card to get rid of it. So, yeah. Tonight's theme for the tournament was tribal, so my, as Implosion said, my theme was flying tribal tonight. So, I appreciate everybody joining the stream. You can join me each and every week on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for my regularly scheduled stream. Please do not forget to follow. Turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. So if you want for more information on Paladin Magic, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet that we play every single Tuesday night, or the Northern Paladins, you can go to northernpaladins.com. There's also information on the Alpha 40 League, and I stream the Alpha 40 finals each and every month. If you want to get in touch with me, feel free to reach out at richtwitchstream@gmail.com, or you can reach me via snail mail at 5701 East Circle Drive, Suite 108, number 256. Cicero, New York, 13039. So I definitely appreciate everybody joining the stream tonight. We had a ball. We had an excellent time. And I went 3-0. So, results speak for themselves. It was a fun day, and it was a fun deck, and this is a last look at the deck that we ran today. So, with that, we are going to we're going to raid JD. It looks like you're streaming today, so we're going to send a raid over JD's way. So please stick around for JD's stream. See you next Tuesday. Have a great night. Thank you very much.